President Bola Tinubu has reaffirmed his support for a robust public-private sector partnership to grow the economy, emphasizing that his administration's coordinated reforms are anchored on a strong adherence to accountability and transparency. President Tinubu, who stated this in ABUJA with members of the board and management of the Nigeria Economic Support Group, reiterated his unequivocal resolve to fully implement the 8 priority reform areas under the Youth agenda within the next 3 years. The president called for urgent exploitation of Nigeria's diversity for collective gain, with more innovative plans for the agricultural sector, as well as the establishment of a community exchange.
The economic turbulence that we ran into is not without silver lining. We believe in the courage of both endeavors, and they can only be driven by a serious collaboration with the private sector and the public sector. Strong adherence to accountability and transparency in every way possible. We have gone through the past. I don't look back. My horse and race is forward looking. When you look at the country, you see how blessed we are. Human and capital resources. There's so much that we can turn into prosperity. We have abundance of knowledge. We have mineral resources untapped, undeveloped, to galvanize our economy. We have agricultural sector that is God given the capacity for the manufacturing sector.
The Nigeria Economic Support Group welcomed the economic reforms announced by the federal government, Tinubu's administration, specifically with respect to fuel subsidy removal, foreign exchange rate harmonization, food security, and palliatives to top-notch government. It pledged that the NESG would work with the newly inaugurated cabinet to achieve the 8-point agenda of the administration.
Being the first at the presidential dialogue that the NESG held February, March early this year, that has been the most viewed video on the NESG's website and our YouTube channel. And we're quite proud of the opportunity that gave us, and of course gave you, to speak to the private sector and Nigerians about the economic vision for the country. We are happy and encouraged with the bold steps and some of the reforms that you've taken in terms of removing the fuel subsidy, which is giving more funds and hopefully will allow the states and federal government to invest in critical sectors of the economy. We are also encouraged the reforms aimed at harmonizing the FX rate and, of course, removing the subsidy and the corruption with that particular sector. We know there's a lot to be done in terms of tackling inflation, but we are aware of the various steps around food security and palliatives that the government is embarking on across the various states. We will ask and encourage that there will be a lot of transparency and accountability in the distribution of those palliatives so that they really can get them to the poor and needy Nigerians who barely need the assistance. Having said that, there are quite a number of other action steps, other reforms that we are all eager and waiting. And we are glad again that the FEC, the Executive Cabinet, has now been inaugurated. We'll be working with quite a number of our colleagues in the ministries to push some of your reforms agenda along the 8-point agenda, which in our view speaks to the critical issues affecting us as a nation, from insecurity to economic growth to job creation and of course to an enabling environment for the private sector. And inclusion is also important. So we would like to work with our counterparts in the public sector to implement those urgent reforms that will bring to life the 8-point